Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, here we go again. All right, let's do the damn thing. You know, it's been a few days since the Canelo Daniel Jacobs showdown. Which, by the way, I was really disappointed in Daniel Jacobs' performance because once again he did what he always does in big fights. He lets rounds get away from him and all that type of shit. He doesn't try to close rounds. He has too many rounds of inactivity. Now, it's funny how I'm seeing a lot of particular fans, so-called fans, coming on certain black channels, you know, who's praising Canelo for his performance. I'm not. I mean, he won the fight, but I'm not finna sit up here and say, oh, to Canelo and all that type of shit, because to me, Canelo didn't look fabulous as people making him out to be. Now, for anybody that's gonna come on here hating, fuck you. Real talk. I saw the fight, I watched the fight. And like I said before, Daniel Jacobs could have won that fight. And that's why I defended Marquez in his assessment and, you know, some other people. You know, I thought Canelo won the fight. I'm being brutally honest, but I didn't see no stupendous performance like everybody making it out to be. Now, I know some clown gonna come on here hating, but go ahead. When you say something slick, I'm gonna block your motherfucking ass. One of the reasons why I don't say black or brown, I think that's idiotic when you say the black and the brown. I agree with, you know, Tariq Nasheed 100%. When he say black people need to stop saying that, because, like, to be honest with you, when I hear a black person say that, I think you're a sorry-ass, pathetic motherfucker. Real talk. Because I definitely don't hear that shit on the flip side. When something happened to a Mexican dude, I don't hear him saying the black and the brown. But black people sorry, looking for sympathy, hamburger helper, extended hand, give a piece of chance, motherfuckers always doing that bullshit. And if you a black dude to say that shit, you a weak ass nigga, man. And that's from town business. Now, I'm not anti-Mexican. I don't hate Mexicans, but at the same time, I'm not finna be sitting up caping for people that don't cape for me. Because last time I checked, and I'm not talking about Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace to our fallen brother Nipsey Hussle, but last time I checked, it appears, according to the census, that it's more Mexicans in the United States than blacks. But it's funny, when I hear about a black person getting killed by the police and there's protests, I don't see a whole bunch of Mexicans out there. And I keep asking black people, why you be doing that fake ass shit? Now, I'm looking at this situation with Canelo. He beat Daniel Jacobs, absolutely. He beat him. But there were 2 rounds, like I said, that was up for grabs. And the scoring says that Canelo barely won on 2 of the scorecards. 7-5 is not a blowout. That's not a dominant victory. That's barely winning. Because keep in mind, if you lose 1 round and it's 6-6, you have a draw. Dominating is when you win 11 rounds to 1, or 10 rounds to 2, 9 rounds to 3. You know what I'm saying? 8 rounds to 4 is like, you know, you won clearly. And only 1 judge had Canelo winning clearly. So that says that it was a close fight, which means it could have went either way if the other fighter had won 2 rounds. 2 swing rounds. Okay? You guys got to understand how boxing works. But one of the things that bother me is the lack of respect for black fighters. It's okay when other people emulate something that's mostly used by black people, but then when a black person uses it, it's horrible, get it out of here and all this shit. Now, it's funny, I'm seeing people making videos talking about Canelo's defense. Oh, it was just brilliant and all this type of shit. Slipping punches and all this type of shit, using head movement, bobbing and weaving and all that type of shit. Another thing people need to understand, Canelo is not a fighter, he's a boxer. He doesn't go toe to toe, and he was boxing Daniel Jacobs. He was boxing, countering. He wasn't standing in the middle of the ring going toe to toe with Daniel Jacobs. Canelo was resetting the lot, and which is fine. But it's funny, like I said, you hearing people talk about what a great defensive fighter Canelo is now and how he's a complete fighter. Well, guess how he became the complete fighter? When he got the hell beat out of him by Floyd Mayweather. And I see a lot of similarities that he studied that fight. He started emulating what Floyd Mayweather did to him. But it's funny how now you got all these Canelo fans talking about how brilliant he is and what a great fighter he was. But at the same time, a lot of you were the same people that was putting down Floyd Mayweather. You were attacking Andre Ward. You were attacking other black fighters that was defensively responsible. I also said in a video about 4 years ago when I first started my channel that they was going to be, in the future, there was going to be white fighters emulating Floyd's fighting style of hit, not to get hit, Caleb Plant. There was going to be Mexican fighters that was going to emulate hit, not get hit, Gabriel Flores Jr. But now all of a sudden, that's the greatest thing ever. But it was funny, you were saying Floyd was boring. You were saying Andre Ward was boring. You tried to discredit guys like Pernell Whitaker that was said he was boring and all that type of shit. Then you say you want knockouts, but you don't like Deontay Wilder. You say Jared Hurd gets hit too much, but you like Jaime Munguia. You guys, a lot of you are inconsistent. You know, and it gotta be said. It is amazing that motherfuckers can't give black fighters their props for nothing. They'll put them down, criticize their fight style, but then when somebody that isn't black emulates that, then all of a sudden it's Tony the Tiger. They're great. Same thing with Lomachenko. That's a black fighter style. But then you get these motherfuckers that'll come on here and say we hating and all that type of shit. And it's funny how people say, oh, why won't you give Canelo his props and you're being biased? But you did that to our fighters. So motherfuck y'all. Real talk. Okay? And don't come on here talking about, hey, Tam, why you making this about where I say whatever the fuck I want to say? This is my ship. I'm the motherfucking captain. If you don't like what the captain is saying, jump in the fucking water without a lifeguard. Real talk. So, real talk. This just amazes me. See, I'm not politically correct when I'm on my own channel. And like I said, man, I'm not Fred. And Fred is my homeboy. But I don't say that black and brown shit. Because like I said, like Kenny Red said, for what? All of a sudden, Canelo is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now that he's doing what a black fighter is doing, which is fine with me, now all of a sudden is great. Like I said before, I went to see Andre Ward fight Sergey Kovalev 2 times in Las Vegas. And as I said before, with the exception of the Hispanics that was probably from maybe Sacramento to possibly San Jose, maybe some parts of Fresno that came down there, most of them was rooting for Sergey Kovalev. And that said a lot. That told me all I needed to know. The funny thing is, when I used to do these videos about Floyd and talking about what a great defensive fighter, all you heard was people say he was boring and all that type of shit. But now that Canelo is doing it all of a sudden, this is just, oh my God. I mean, for real. Really? No, I'm serious. Really? Now all of a sudden the tables then turned. I just gotta call motherfuckers out because that shit be making me hella mad when I see that bullshit. I mean, it is just so funny when you see this type of bullshit. And it just bothers me because now all of a sudden it's all good in the hood now. But Andre Ward caught all his flack. Oh, Andre Ward, who tried to be defensively responsible, who was a good defensive fighter. Oh, that's boring. I don't. Nobody wants to see that shit. And I understand what Juan Manuel Marquez was trying to say. He was saying that he didn't like the fight. He didn't like the style that Canelo fights. Canelo is not a brawler. He's not a brawler. And we need to say that. And that's why that Triple G fight, both of them, to me, didn't live up to expectations because it was more boxing than it was brawling. You heard Oscar say all this shit about, oh, it's going to be 9 to 10 rounds of hell. Shit, wasn't no fucking hell. It's a fucking boxing match. But, you know, Canelo being a boxer, it's good. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you newfound subs and shit, I remember some of y'all, man, and I remember some of y'all names. I done seen y'all on other boxing channels saying little fucked up, you know, bullshit about black fighters and shit. Making your little fried chicken and watermelon jokes. But I'm going to air you motherfuckers out one day. You best to get your ass up out of here, because I'm going to air you motherfuckers out. I remember them little fried chicken jokes y'all was making and talking about Canelo gonna knock Daniel Jacobs into slavery and shit. I see y'all on Ellie's channel talking that shit, and then on Dante's channel talking that bullshit, that fried chicken shit. Like I said, y'all better get y'all motherfucking asses off my channel with that shit, because I'm gonna air y'all asses out. Straight up. Real talk. Now, to the people that's cool, fine. This is all good. But I remember y'all names. How many times I gotta tell y'all I watch other people's channels? Now, I don't comment a lot of times, but I remember names. And don't try to lie and say it wasn't you, because I always click on and see, you know, how many subs you got and all that type of shit, and do you make videos? So, and I look and see when you started your YouTube account. So I look at all that shit. So if you try to lie to me, that'll really get your ass, like, you know what I'm saying, roasted and toasted. But yeah, now all of a sudden, once again, the narrative is switching now. Why is it when we fight the way that Canelo is fighting now, it's the worst thing you ever saw? But now that he's doing it, oh, he's brilliant. Okay? And like I said, for you morons talking this shit, making excuses for him, getting the living shit beat out of him by Floyd, keep in mind, Floyd was 36. And I don't want to hear that shit about he was green and all that shit. Canelo had 40 fights in. Like I said before, you was daring Floyd to fight him, and then that's another thing. You refuse to give Floyd his credit for that fight. It's always the excuse with you. When your fighters beat black fighters, then here you come with the, hey, give him his props and trying to G-check me. You can't fucking G-check me. Got me fucked up. Like I told you. And don't try to go back to be, oh man, he was talking shit. I ain't talking shit about nobody. I'm just saying that I'm me. Don't come on here talking at you just hating, and why don't you give people they props, and you, why you know, man, real talk, man. I just hate these fake people on here, man. Like I said, I know who you are. I know who you are. So I'm going to give you the option to unsubscribe to my channel, because if you ever come on my live streams, I'm going to air your ass out. And if you come back on my channel, I'm going to air your ass out. So I want you gone. Real talk. Because I don't like fake motherfuckers, man. I don't like wishy-washy people neither. I don't like inconsistency in boxing. Okay? Like I said, don't tell me Don't come on here talking that, hey, Taylor, it's not about race and all. It is about race. Y'all make it about race. But the problem is you just don't like for guys like me to talk about it. Or you say, I need to be like somebody else. Like I said, take your ass to his page. Fuck him. And tell him I said fuck him. And if it's a chick, fuck her too. Go back to those channels. Keep your ass on those channels. Stay the fuck off mine. With that weak shit. For real. For real. I mean, for real, you just can't give a brother his props for nothing. Like I say, motherfuckers sitting up here, and that's why I be going to fuck off on these other clowns that be sitting up here trying to say that some European is the best rapper ever, which is the biggest crock of shit ever. That is just the most laughable thing I ever seen. Like I said before, when I hear people say Elvis is the king of what? Like I said, stealing from black people? Like, for real. So let me get this straight. We're praising a guy for emulating something that he got from a guy that beat his ass in a fight. So okay. Oh, okay. Really. Shit is hilarious, man. Like I told you, man, I'm always like say what the fuck I want to say with no filter. You can dumb down the video, you get mad all you want, because like I said, can't no motherfucker G-check me. Can't no punk motherfucker that's talking shit from the other end of a phone or a computer G-check me or try to check me. Like I said, if you don't like what I'm saying, keep your motherfucking ass off my channel. Real talk. Now it's all good. Yeah, right. Y'all the first motherfuckers that come on here hating this shit, making excuses. But now all of a sudden, you coming on here talking, oh man, thank you. Oh man, thanks to Blue Blood for calling the fight in Cali. No. But y'all was the same motherfuckers that got mad at Blue Blood when he said he thought Adrian Broner beat Manny Pacquiao. And y'all were the same motherfuckers that got mad at me when I said I thought Adrian Broner and Manny Pacquiao could have been a draw. Which I still stand by that. Manny Pacquiao barely beat Adrian Broner. Like I said, I'm my own media. I go to these fights. I don't make shit about nut hugging and all that type of shit. So, that's all I have to say about that. And I'm not dissing nobody in the LDBC or people that's affiliated with the LDBC. I'm just voicing my opinion. Because I know some of you bitch-made motherfuckers will try to do that shit too. Oh yeah, and to that dude that came on my channel asking me to make a video about that nigga from Philly, you got me fucked up. I don't give nobody no shine, dude. Please don't come on my channel asking me to make no video about some other nigga. We don't do that. Okay? I don't give a fuck what the nigga had to say about me. Real talk. Or the LDBC or 7-8 or anybody affiliated with the LDBC. You know why? We don't care about them motherfuckers. That's the problem. They want our attention so bad. That's the problem. We won't say their names. I'm not saying none of these sorry motherfuckers' names. So to that dude that asked me to make a video talking about the next dude, either you a motherfucker that's trying to instigate some shit, or you just ain't been on my channel long enough. Either way, the answer is hell fucking no. Now I'm out.